Hello everybody, I'm Paul Hernandez, your host, and I want to show you how to use the jQuery Live to catch events from dynamically generated elements. First, suppose this sample situation. We need to create a page to set in email notification preference, and we want the user to be able to set one and only one language for the email depending on the user country. I only do it for Switzerland and Spain to keep it simple. With an static page using HTML checkboxes, we can use the jQuery click event to execute a function once a language option is selected and disable the other options, like in this page. I did it using simple HTML. Let me show you the code. Here we have the checkboxes, one checkbox for each language depending on the country. And this is the function that responds to the click event every time a checkbox is clicked. So as we see here, if I click an option, all of the other languages are disabled. Okay, this solution is not scalable if we have several languages. So we have to consider another option. We can use a HTML drop-down list to let the user select his country, and based on this selection, show him only the language available for the current country, like in this page. We can use an HTML drop-down list to let the user select his country, and based on his selection, show him only the languages available for the current country. As we see here, if the user selects Switzerland, here are the 4 languages available for Switzerland. And if I click Spain, another 4 checkboxes are generated. I did it with the following code using the change event for the drop-down list. First, we have 2 arrays with the languages options. These values usually come from a database, but I let them here for the example. Then when an option is selected, this function adds the checkboxes dynamically to the page in the following manner. This function checks for the value of the country and then generate the HTML code of the checkboxes and finally append them to the page. So as we see the result, we can see the result here. Now, if we want to use the click event to let the user select only one language, as we did in the static example, it won't work, because in this case the checkboxes were added dynamically. For that reason, we need another way to catch the user clicks. We can use the jQuery Live, which attached a handler to the event for all elements which match the current selector, now and in the future. And this is the key point. Now and in the future. I already wrote the code, so I'm just going to comment out the function for the click event and uncomment the function that responds to the live method. The live receives 2 parameters. The first one is the event type, in this case the click event, and the second parameter is the function. The function, as you can see, is the same function as we use in the static example. In this code, this function verifies if we are checking or unchecking the checkbox. And if the checkbox is checked, we disable all of the other checkboxes except the current one. If the checkbox is unchecked, we enable all the checkboxes again. So let me save it and we can test it. Okay, so let me reload the page. We can select Switzerland, for instance, and that's it. Now it works again. And for Spain, that's it. We use the jQuery Live to catch events from dynamically created checkboxes.